Good morning. Happy rainy Monday morning again to you all. We're going to hope it's sunshiny right inside and hope you had a great weekend and enjoyed some of the sunshine finally out there. I want to introduce from Mrs. Gyron's class my two reporters today, and their names are?
RJ. Damien.
You're not RJ?
No.
Okay. And you, sir, again are?
RJ.
Okay, excellent. A little identification challenge there. And thank you, Mrs. Brogy's friends, Colton and Allie, for being our camera crew. I'd like to invite up Mace, Chloe, and Brooke, and they're going to be talking about a cool place in Wisconsin today. You may have heard of it. It is called Wisconsin Dells.
Wisconsin Dells is near Baraboo, Wisconsin. What is Wisconsin Dells? There's a lot of different resorts, which Mace will talk about later. Games are another popular thing that kids and grown-ups both enjoy. For example, Magic Quest is very popular since you can play it in any hotel, even your motel. If you have anything to hook up, Magic Quest, so a lot of people play it. The Wisconsin Dells was built in 1857. From here in Janesville, it would take about an hour and 25 minutes. There are a few hotels that you can stay at if you can't get a room at water parks, if there's like a storm or something. You probably will want to go to the Dells, but your parents might say no because it costs, well, a lot of money. Wisconsin Dells is its own city and not like some random city name.
Some resorts in Wisconsin Dells, like the Wilderness, Kalahari, Mount Olympus, Noah's Ark, and Meadowbrook, have activities like video games, pools, and slides. In basically every resort, there are pools and lobbies. One of the main attractions in the Dells is Noah's Ark. It's the largest water park in America. The most popular water slides in Noah's Ark are Jungle Rapids, Congo Bongo, Calabunga, the Plunge, and the Bermuda Triangle.
Well, thank you all for sharing about Wisconsin Dells, and if you have never been there, we're pretty lucky because there are people that travel from all around the United States to go to Wisconsin Dells because it is one of the largest water park capitals, and we actually are only about an hour and a half away, so if you haven't been there, maybe that's something you can save for and take a trip there this summer and visit Wisconsin Dells. Now back to VanBuren. We're going to get going with our mission statement. RJ.
Engaging learners, building leaders, creating community. Example, I walk in the hallway.
Fantastic. And speaking of VanBuren leaders, I would love to invite up our kindergarten and first grade Eddie Leadership winners. Come real close to me, say your name nice and loud in the microphone, and you will get your You Are Following a VanBuren Leader car sticker.
Tina.
Congratulations, Tina. There you go.
Genevieve.
Great job, Genevieve. You already got one. Okay, thank you. Come on over.
Boo-boo.
Great job, Boo-Boo. Come on over.
Noah.
Great work, Noah.
Owen.
Nice job, Owen.
Noah.
Way to go, Noah.
Olivia.
Great job. Oh, you already have one. Second and third graders.
Charlie.
Great job. You do too. Awesome. Repeat winners.
Jenna.
Great job, Jen. Awesome job. Way to be student leaders. And fourth and fifth.
Allie.
Great job, Allie.
AJ.
Awesome.
Jordan.
Congratulations, all of our Eddie Leadership winners. And moving on to our weekly events, and boy, do we have a lot of things happening this week with Staff Appreciation Week. Damien, you want to tell us about it?
A week for you to be extra nice to your teachers, and if you want to show them just how much you like them. Monday, bring a flower to your teacher, real or homemade. Write a special note to your teacher.
That's on Tuesday. And then how about Wednesday?
Wednesday, and some extra school supplies. Thursday, bring your teacher their favorite snack, treat, or beverage. Friday, make your teacher a card or even bring them a gift card. Wednesday, 8:35, Wednesday activity, 4 through 8 o'clock, Scoopy night at Culver's on Court Street. Friday, 2:30, spring walk on the track.
Awesome. Lots happening this week. And how about our spotlight on academics, RJ?
Many of the kindergartners and first graders have reached their sight words goals. Fifth graders have been learning about the Civil War and got to attend Midway Village War Days last Friday.
Very fun. And how about our spotlight on good behavior?
First grade students did an outstanding job showing respect to the nutritionist, Mrs. Johnson. Third graders were respectful and very well behaved on their field trip to Black Hawk Tech. Way to be leaders.
That's awesome to hear. And our safety message has to do with our spring walks on the track, which we are starting this Friday. Damien, can you review what we need to do?
This is optional for all staff and students and a great way to kick off the weekend and get some exercise to have fun and keep everyone safe. Please remember to stay on the track. Slower walkers stay on the far side. Faster walkers, runners, stay on the far outside. Watch where you are going. Everyone goes the same direction. Keep yourself to yourself. Be kind and respectful to all.
Awesome. And if you have an SOP for our walks on the track, if you want to share it, that would be fabulous. I didn't find one, but I tried to start creating one there. So if your class is going to create one or you already have, would love for you to share that. And how about a little humor in our week?
Two pickles fell out of a jar onto the floor. What did one say to the other? Deal with it.
What kind of trees fit in your hand? A palm tree.
Awesome. And our tech tip for the month, we've got our Digital Citizenship Survival Kit. And we're going to talk about some of the things in here and then be thinking about what else you would include in the kit. You guys want to hold this up so everybody can see it? And the first one is padlock. The padlock is to remind students to get strong passwords and to set up passcode locks on all of their digital devices. Lock them down, as we like to say in our digital citizenship lessons. So that padlock, and I often get when I'm trying to do a password, it'll give me a little notification that it needs to be stronger, and sometimes they'll even say it has to have numbers, letters, and other symbols with it. The toothbrush, where's the toothbrush at? I tell students to think that passwords and toothbrushes are very similar in the fact that you never want to share passwords, and I do highly encourage and recommend that students not that they do share their password with parents, but parents only. So just like your toothbrush, would you give it to a buddy and say, hey, why don't you use my toothbrush? Probably not. That's pretty gross. Don't share the passwords either. And the permanent marker down here on the bottom. Everything that you put online is permanent. We've talked about that digital footprint. Even if you hit the delete button after posting it, odds are someone will have retweeted it, favorited it, or taken a screenshot of it. And if it was questionable. So know that anything you put out there, it doesn't go away, it doesn't disappear. So think before you post and say things to make sure that it's appropriate. And then the toothpaste up here on the top. Imagine the information that you are putting online is like the toothpaste coming out of the tube. And I know Miss Bauer has done lessons with this as well. And once it's out, it is almost impossible to get it back in the tube. So just like we talk about being kind and using kind, respectful words, when we're talking face-to-face with people, think about that when you're on your device or on your phone, on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Know that once you say it, you can't take it back, and if it's hurtful, it's best left unsaid. So think of anything else that you would recommend putting in that digital citizenship survival kit, but for now, I think those are some pretty fabulous ideas. If you have other ideas, make sure that you stop in our LMC and share them with Mrs. Ruff, and we will share those out as well. Moving on to our spotlight on VanBuren leaders. RJ, who do we have with us today?
From first grade, Mrs. Campion's class, Jocelyn sharing about hockey, her medals, jerseys, stick.
Awesome. Welcome, Jocelyn. How are you doing this morning?
Good.
And you are in what grade?
First,
And what sport is it that you play?
hockey.
Tell us a little bit about hockey, how long you've been playing, what got you into it.
I probably was playing hockey for like 3 years.
And what made you say, you know what, I'll play hockey?
My sister inspired me to do it.
How old's your sister?
12.
So your sister plays hockey, so you've been watching and going to hockey games before, and you thought, that's something I want to do.
Yeah.
What is this that's in your right hand here with the pink on the end? What is that?
It's my hockey stick. I don't remember how long I've been using this, but it's pretty long.
Can I hold this, and then can you demonstrate to us what you actually do with a hockey stick?
So, you normally go like this, and then bend your knees, and then you go grab the puck. Sometimes, and then you kind of, so then you grab the puck, and then you try to shoot.
So if the puck was laying on the ground, could I just pick it up and throw it, or kick it with my feet?
No.
So if you want to move the puck, you have to use the stick?
Mhm.
And then you want to shoot it into the net? And do you play this in the parking lot? Do you play this in the gym floor? Or what do you usually play hockey on?
Ice.
So do you have to know how to be a skater? You know how to skate? Yep. And when did you learn how to skate?
And it's called intro. I learned how to skate in intro hockey.
And what's on your shirt there? Is this your official hockey jersey?
Yes. Today, I'm out of season now, but now I'm in summer hockey.
And it says Janesville Youth Hockey, and anybody in Janesville can sign up and be a part of this? Awesome. And something else very cool here we don't want to not talk about. This looks pretty amazing. Can you tell us what that is, Jocelyn?
So I got a medal. It's from my last tournament, and that tournament was my last season of hockey. And I got this from some other coaches and stuff. I got 2 more, but I couldn't find it.
Wow, pretty cool. Can I see it up close here? We'll hold it up so everybody can see that. It says hockey, and it's got a puck and stars on the front, and it says Intro Rockin' Jamboree 2019. That is pretty cool. Well, congratulations on learning to play hockey and all of your many talents and awards you've gotten so far. Do you think this is something you're going to play like in the future for the next couple years?
Yes.
What would you recommend if someone wanted to learn about hockey and get into playing hockey? What would you tell them the first step is they need to do?
You should first
like,
Should they learn how to skate?
yes.
That'd be a good thing. Okay. Do you know anybody at our school at VanBuren that plays hockey, or that they could talk to if they wanted to learn more about getting into hockey?
No.
Do you know who our physical education teacher is? Our gym teacher?
Yes, Mr. English.
Yes, Mr. English has played hockey all his life, so if you are interested in playing hockey, he would probably be a good one to start with, or Jocelyn to get more information. So thanks for sharing your talent, and you have a fantastic day. Okay. And it is time for the
Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, RJ, I'll give that to you. Everybody standing, right hand on our hearts, facing the flag. And RJ, we will follow you.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.